Hope James was a young woman with big dreams. She lived in a small apartment in the heart of the city, working as a waitress in a busy cafe. She always believed that life had something special in store for her. Each day, she served coffee and pastries to people rushing by, dreaming of a life filled with adventure and excitement. One sunny morning, while Hope was serving breakfast, a man walked into the cafe. He was tall, with dark hair and piercing blue eyes. He wore a tailored suit that hinted at his wealth. Hope felt a flutter in her heart as she watched him take a seat by the window. "Good morning, what can I get for you?" she asked, trying to sound cheerful. "I'll have a black coffee and a croissant, please," he replied, flashing a smile that made her heart race. As she prepared his order, Hope couldn't help but steal glances at him. He looked important, as if he owned the world. Little did she know, he was Nathaniel Steele, one of the richest men in the city. After a few days of regular visits to the cafe, Nathaniel began to notice Hope. He was intrigued by her warm smile and genuine personality. Unlike many people in his life, she treated him like a regular customer, not just a billionaire. One afternoon, as Hope served him coffee, Nathaniel decided to strike up a conversation. "You always seem so cheerful. What's your secret?" he asked, leaning forward slightly. Hope blushed and replied, "I guess I just try to see the good in everything. Life can be tough, but I believe in making the best of it." Nathaniel was impressed by her outlook on life. He found himself wanting to know more about her. They talked for a while, sharing stories and laughter. Hope felt a connection with him that she had never experienced before. A week later, Nathaniel walked into the cafe with a different air about him. He seemed more confident, and Hope couldn't help but notice. After the usual small talk, he surprised her with an invitation. "Hope, I'd like to take you out for dinner. Just the two of us," he said, his blue eyes sparkling. Hope's heart raced. "Dinner, with you, are you sure?" she stammered, unsure if he was serious. "Absolutely, I'd love to get to know you better," Nathaniel replied with a charming smile. After a moment of hesitation, Hope agreed. "Okay, I'd like that." The night of the dinner arrived, and Hope was both excited and nervous. She wore a simple but elegant dress that she had saved for a special occasion. When Nathaniel picked her up in a sleek black car, she felt like a princess. The restaurant was luxurious, filled with soft lights and the sound of gentle music. Nathaniel ordered a delicious meal, and they talked for hours. He shared stories about his life, his business, and his dreams. Hope listened intently, fascinated by his world. As the night went on, Nathaniel leaned closer to her, his gaze intense. "Hope, there's something about you that draws me in. I can't explain it, but I feel a strong connection." Hope felt her heart flutter. "I feel it too," she admitted, her cheeks turning pink. After that night, Nathaniel and Hope began to spend more time together. He took her to fancy places, introduced her to his world, and showed her how to enjoy life to the fullest. Hope felt like she was living a dream. One evening, while walking through the city, Nathaniel stopped and looked deeply into her eyes. "Hope, I want you to know that you mean a lot to me. I've never met anyone like you before," he said softly. Hope's heart soared. "I feel the same way, Nathaniel. You've changed my life in so many ways." With that, Nathaniel leaned in and kissed her gently. It was a sweet, tender moment that left Hope breathless. She realized she was falling for him, and it scared her a little. As their relationship blossomed, Hope began to have doubts. She wondered if she was enough for a billionaire like Nathaniel. Would he still want her if he knew about her simple life and struggles? One evening, while sitting on Nathaniel's balcony overlooking the city, she voiced her fears. "Nathaniel, sometimes I feel like I don't belong in your world. You have everything, and I have so little," she confessed. He took her hand and squeezed it gently. "Hope, it's not about what you have, it's about who you are. I fell for you because of your heart, not your bank account. You make me happy." His words reassured her, but the insecurity lingered. She often wondered if their worlds would ever truly blend. One day, Nathaniel's business faced a major crisis. He was under immense pressure, and Hope could see the stress etched on his face. She wanted to help him but felt helpless. "Maybe I should give you some space," she suggested one evening, sensing his need to focus. "No, please don't say that," Nathaniel replied, looking distressed. "You're the one thing in my life that keeps me grounded. I need you now more than ever." Despite his words, Hope couldn't shake the feeling that their relationship was becoming complicated. She wished she could do more to support him. As days turned into weeks, the pressure on Nathaniel grew. He became distant, often canceling their plans and spending long hours at work. Hope felt neglected and started to doubt their connection. One night, after a particularly hard day, Nathaniel called her and said, I can't do this right now, Hope. I need to focus on my business. Hope's heart sank. But what about us? I thought we were in this together, she replied, her voice breaking. I just can't, he said, and the call ended abruptly. Feeling shattered, Hope decided to take some time for herself. She needed to figure out what she wanted. During her time alone, Hope focused on her dreams. She began taking classes in art, something she had always wanted to pursue. It gave her a sense of purpose and helped her heal from the pain of uncertainty. One day, while displaying her artwork at a local gallery, she felt a sense of accomplishment. She realized that she didn't need to depend on Nathaniel for her happiness. She was strong and capable on her own. Just as she began to find her footing, Nathaniel unexpectedly walked into the gallery. His eyes widened in surprise as he saw her artwork. Hope, this is incredible. I had no idea you were so talented, he exclaimed, his voice filled with admiration. Hope smiled, feeling a mix of pride and nervousness. Thank you, Nathaniel. I've been working on this while you were busy. Nathaniel approached her, looking serious. I've missed you, Hope. I've been so caught up in my business that I lost sight of what really matters. I'm sorry for pushing you away. Hope felt a rush of emotions. I understand you're busy, but I need someone who can be there for me too, she replied gently. Nathaniel nodded, understanding the truth in her words. I want to be that person. I want to support you in your dreams just as you've supported me. Hope could see the sincerity in his eyes. I appreciate that, but we need to find a balance. I want to be with you, but I also need to grow on my own. He smiled, a hopeful look in his eyes. Then let's do this together. I'll make time for us, and you can continue to follow your passions. We can lift each other up. From that day on, Nathaniel and Hope worked hard to make their relationship stronger. They communicated openly and supported each other's dreams. Hope continued to pursue her art, while Nathaniel learned to manage his business without losing sight of the important things in life. As they spent time together, Hope realized that love was not just about grand gestures and luxury. It was about understanding, supporting, and growing together. Nathaniel had become her partner in every sense of the word. One evening, while watching the sunset from Nathaniel's balcony, he turned to her and said, Hope, I want to build a life with you. You make me better in every way. Tears filled her eyes as she nodded. I want that too, Nathaniel. I've never felt so alive. They shared a passionate kiss, sealing their commitment to each other. Months passed, and their love only grew stronger. Hope's artwork gained recognition, and she held her first solo exhibition. Nathaniel was there, cheering her on, proud of the woman she had become. One evening, as they celebrated her success, Nathaniel took her hand and looked into her eyes. Hope, will you marry me? He asked, pulling out a beautiful ring. Hope gasped, tears of joy streaming down her cheeks. Yes, 1,000 times yes, she exclaimed, throwing her arms around him. The journey had not been easy, but it had brought them closer together. They had learned to navigate the challenges of life as a team, and now they were ready to face the future hand in hand. As they stood together, looking out at the city lights, Hope knew that she had found her true love. A love that was built on trust, respect, and a deep understanding of one another. Together, they were ready to take on the world, forever seduced by the magic of love.